Hey, hi all. In this today's session, we're going to talk about AngularJS custom directives. So far we have seen AngularJS directives. Those are built-in directives which are prefixed with ng hyphen, model binding and ng click, right? So instead of using built-in directives of AngularJS, how can we create custom directives, right? So that how we are going to use our own directives instead of AngularJS directives instead of HTML. So basically, these custom directives are used to extend or enhance AngularJS functionality, right? Uh, uh, for the HTML page. So custom directives are defining using a directive, a function, right? So a custom directive simply replaces the element of which it is activated. So we can define or create custom directives for different entities in the HTML, like attributes and CSS and comments. Okay, let's get into this and see like how we are going to create our own custom directives and then how we are going to use it as part of web page development. Okay, let me share my notes here. Okay, before get into the practical session, I wanted to define the definition of this custom directive. So AngularJS custom directives are used in AngularJS to extend the functionality of HTML. Functionality of HTML. So custom directives are defined using directive function. Okay, so AngularJS application, right, can create custom directive simply to replaces the elements of the activator control. So AngularJS AngularJS provides support to create custom directives for elements, attributes, CSS, and comments. Okay, so element directives. So directive activates when a matching element is encountered. Element is encountered. And coming to the CSS, these directives activates a matching CSS style is encountered. Similarly, comment directive activates when a matching comment is encountered. When a matching comment is encountered. Okay, so first we need to define HTML tags. Okay, for example, I'm going to define some HTML tag called here student is a custom tag here. I'm just defining name is and Ramana and I'm just closing my tag. This is not a built-in tag basically, right? So similarly, I'll create same tag for one more time, right? Student is tag and it is having name attribute. So define custom directive to handle these controls. So what I'll do is I'll define my AngularJS model, Angular dot model of my app. This is the default statement we need to use. And then my app dot, right? Here I'm going to create my directive of here I'm going to create this custom directive for the element student of a function, right? That's it. So inside of this, I'm going to say var directive object and then directive dot restrict. I want to restrict e. Okay, like that. You can say anything to your custom directive. This is something defining directive object, and after that signifying that the directive is element. Okay, so this is defining directive. Okay, and this is defining, right, significant, or like let us say significant or signifies, right, that directive is element. Okay, and then I'm going to create a template directive dot template equal to student and some br tag. I'm going to display student name, which is again Angular expression, and like this you can keep on specify number of fields if you want, right? This would be bold, and I'm saying so roll number. This is again I'm getting through model student controller dot roll number, and only these two right now I'm having it as a template. Okay, and then I'm going to define the scope of my directive dot scope equal to, okay, inside of this I'm having student name. Okay, so I define my template and then I'm just defining, right, the name attribute. This is something distinguish each student element based on the criteria here. Okay, student, the criteria is name. Okay, so I think if I can define the same code here in Angular Visual Studio Coder, you will be having better idea. Let me show you here. So Angular custom directive.html. As usual, this copy this first lines of code. Body. So, and after this, I'm going to define my script tag first, where my app equal to Angular of my app. Okay, my app dot directive of, as I said, I'm defining student directive, comma, function, like this. So inside of this, I'm just saying where directive, just defining object, and then directive dot restrict equal to e, so that it says element, and again directive dot template equal to, as I said, student bold tag. I'm just mentioning regular expression student dot name, and then I'm just putting some close, and then roll number starting with the bold tag, student dot roll number, and closing my bold tag. This is my template. Then I'm going to define scope equal to, and here student colon. And then I'm going to compile direct.compile equal to function of element, okay, attributes, and inside of this element dot css of, I'm just defining some css border 1 pixel solid and some red color. Okay, this is my compile attribute. So and now I'm going to define one more button here, that is link function equal to function of dollar scope element attributes, and here element dot html of student, and the bold tag, okay, student bold tag, and closing this scope dot student dot name, and I think I'm going to close this bold tag here, comma roll numbers b tag close plus, and here again scope dot student roll number plus b tag close, and then br tag. Okay, this is just element, and element dot css, I'm just adding css of background color. I'm just setting as green. So with this button is created, and after this I'm returning this link function, and after this I'm going to return my directive as well. So now I'm going to create my original controller here. My controller is student controller. With this, I'm just passing my scope variable, and inside of this, I'm going to have some names basically. So whatever I'm just created my, the object, some object, and for this scope dot name equal to, right, Ramana, and then roll number I'm going to create it, scope dot roll number equal to 3387. Okay, so like that you can create n number of objects, and this is something VHSR you can define this way. Okay, two objects are created, right? So like that, you can create a number of objects. But coming to here, div tag, so after this body tag, I'm going to define a div tag. And for this, as usual, app equal to my app, ng controller equal to here student controller. Okay. Now, as I said, I'm going to just say student name is, I'm just defining this BRL. If it is matching, then it will take this name is matching. Scope is equal to name. Okay. The scope I defined for the directive is name. So compiling it by just passing this attributes and element, I'm just setting CSS and link function I'm creating, this function I'm returning, and then finally I'm returning directive. And this is my controller, and here I defined BRR base. So these are the objects. So I used BRR. Let me see how it is compiling. Nothing is appearing. This is head and this is body. And ng app, my app, and student controller. That sounds good. Okay, let me try to give this reference. Custom directive demo. So maybe after defining this, I'll give this a better clarity. This is my reference, I'm having it. And after that, I just created my app, main app, Angular dot model, my app. And then directive, my app dot directive, student and function. And directive restrict E and template student name and roll number, etc. Good. And scope is student equal to name, and compile element element attribute, and in this element dot css border on pixel solid red color. That's fine. And link function, this is again scope element attributes HTML student scope blah 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 blah. Okay. And background color green. Wow, that's interesting. Background color green, and then returning link function, and then returning directive. Closing. This is student controller. For this, I'm passing scope and object defined, and name is defined something. Okay. Let me try this. I think getting problem. It is not displaying. ng app, sorry. P is missed. Ng controller. Okay. Yeah, student. Something is missed. B tag. Yes, this is missed. Yeah, student Ramana, roll number 3387. So now what I'll do is I'll add one more object. This time this is BHSR. Okay, just keeping PR tag. Let me run this. So what it will do is it will come to here, it will take this object. And if I give this, it will come to here, it will take these details. Let me run this. Not coming out. What happened? Not save. BR, student BR, Charles. BHSR. Name 3387. Any problem? Scope. BHSR scope. And here student. And, now you can see the records are displaying differently. So like this, you can repeat this. Same in number of times you can repeat, and those many times it will display. Okay, so basically I defined custom directives, and which basically refers BR or coming here name, and this is my custom directive defined for element, and for styles I defined this custom directive also. So I created directive as student. For this template I've given this, and he is referring significant for element, and this is a scope, and this is just compiling and just setting color, right? And even you can set this as blue, and let me save this and run, and you can see blue is coming surrounding, and this you can change green to red, and that way you can add it styles if you want. This way, if you want to add any other style as part of element, let us say like this is just color and white, then I'm going to compile it and then running it. It is applying white as forecolor. Okay, so this is all about like how we are going to create our custom defined directives. Okay, so this is my custom defined directive. I'm just creating it using directive method after creating your modules, right? I hope you understood like what is custom directive and how to create custom directives as part of AngularJS. Thanks for listening to this video, and please subscribe this channel for more videos. Thank you.